Morrow, the Deputy Chief of the Anaheim Police Department. This critical incident community briefing is intended to provide you with information about an officer-involved shooting that occurred on Monday, September 15th, 2025, in the 2000 block of West Falmouth Avenue. You are about to see relevant video footage and photographs, as well as hear audio recordings and learn of other related evidence so you have a better understanding of what occurred. An officer-involved shooting is a tragic event for everyone, for our officers, for our community, and for the family members of those involved. These incidents demand the highest level of scrutiny and rightfully are a matter of public concern. The Anaheim Police Department conducts exhaustive investigations following any officer-involved shooting. The investigation related to this incident is still ongoing and could take up to 1 year to complete. With that in mind, we withhold judgment and do not draw any conclusions about whether or not our officers acted within our policies and in accordance with the law until all facts are known and the investigations are complete. A word of caution, the images and footage you are about to see may be disturbing. When a police officer uses force to arrest a suspect or defend against an attack, it can be graphic and difficult to watch. In addition, there may be strong language used by those shown in the video. Viewer discretion is advised, especially for young children and sensitive viewers.
I'm Sergeant Jacob Gallagher with the Anaheim Police Department Professional Standards Section. I'm going to provide you with a brief overview of an officer-involved shooting that occurred on Monday, September 15th, 2025. On this date at around 12:10 p.m., the Anaheim Police Department Communications Center received a call from a concerned community member who indicated there was a suspicious male in the 1100 block of North Columbine Street. The caller explained the male was unknown to the area and that he was outside his neighbor's driveway holding a brick. It was further shared that the male appeared to be a transient and under the influence of drugs. Here is a portion of the call made to our communications center.
911 emergency.
Hi, we have someone loitering around.
What's the address of the emergency?
North Columbine
House,
Street.
apartment, or business?
It's a house.
Okay, what's the emergency?
I'm going to hand you over to my brother.
Sure.
Okay, hello?
Hi, what's the emergency?
Hello, yes. It seems like someone's just loitering. I think he's like tweaking. I don't think he's doing well.
So is he inside your house, in your backyard?
No, this is in the neighborhood. Like basically right outside my neighbor's driveway.
Okay.
They were there and they just were sitting there and they're kind of looking suspicious a little bit. Like they're not my neighbor and I don't think they're home, but I tried to text my neighbor. But yeah, this person, I did walk up to them and ask them if they're okay. Mm-hmm. They seem to be a little bit off. Like they're probably like on something. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I just don't know if they're just kind of suspiciously.
So is he black, white, Hispanic, or Asian?
He seems to be white.
How old approximately?
I would say maybe like 30.
Height and weight?
He's a very skinny fellow, maybe
okay, like
what about
5'10",
about like 5'10", about 160, like a green.
And what color pants?
Pants? I think they're like brown.
Is he alone?
Yes.
Does he appear to be a homeless person, a transient?
Yeah, he seems to be one of those.
Okay. Any backpack?
Yeah, looks like he has a backpack on.
Do you know if he has weapons or under the influence of any alcohol or mental problems? I know about the drugs.
I don't know if he has weapons, but he seemed to be carrying a brick at one point.
Okay. So does he still have that brick in his hand?
I don't know. I'm inside my house now.
Okay. Okay, we'll send someone out as soon as possible, okay?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Based on the information provided, the dispatcher entered a suspicious subject call and the event was placed in a queue for dispatch when officers became available. Approximately 30 minutes after the original call was received, at around 12:40 p.m., an officer self-dispatched to the event and began responding to the incident. About the same time the officer began responding to the call, our communications center received an additional call about the same male. This time, an employee at a nearby school called to report the male was carrying a broken shovel. The caller reported the male had been in the area for about an hour, was originally near the school parking lot, but had since moved to the middle of the street. Here is a portion of the second call made to our communications center.
Anaheim Police, operator.
Hi, I'm calling from John Marshall Elementary School, and I'm calling because there's a gentleman that has been outside of our, across our campus, but he's walking with a shovel, and it's been over an hour that he's been here, and it seems like the shovel is broken. At first he didn't have it on hand, but now he does, and When my lunch, my coworkers went to lunch, they noticed them and they came back an hour later and
Is this guy
they're still there.
a male, white, in his 30s, 5'10", thin build, green shirt, brown pants, and
Yeah.
backpack?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
now he's moved. So now he's on Falmouth or on Columbine?
Falmouth.
Okay, one moment.
Yeah.
And he's on the sidewalk, correct?
He's on the street. He was at the entrance of like our parking lot, but now he moved to the street and is just pacing around.
But the last place you saw him was Falmouth?
Yes.
Okay.
One of my other coworkers also mentioned it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, he's here."
So is he holding the wooden part of the shovel or the other side?
The wooden part, which seems to be broken because they took a picture.
Okay.
So
he
it's
doesn't
the
have the
wooden
actual
part.
shovel part?
It still shows, that the shovel is there at the bottom part.
Okay, so he's just carrying a shovel then?
Yeah, but it's broken yeah.
Okay.
He has it like carrying it like towards his back, holding the broken part on hand.
Mm-hmm. 1 moment.
Mhm.
We'll go ahead and send officers out, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
All Anaheim Police patrol officers are equipped with body-worn cameras. Per Anaheim Police Department policy, all body-worn cameras must be worn in a forward-facing position that facilitates comprehensive recordings of contacts and/or incidents. You're about to view body-worn camera footage from that perspective. It is important to keep in mind that body-worn cameras are an investigative tool, and like any device, they have limitations. Body-worn cameras do not necessarily capture everything an officer sees, just like a body-worn camera may capture something an officer does not see. Further, body-worn cameras do not have the ability to depict what an officer is feeling or experiencing during a given incident. Within a few minutes of school staff calling our communications center, an officer arrived in the area and began looking for the male who possessed the shovel. As the officer arrived, he observed the male, pictured here, and later identified as Rudy Anthony Martinez II, walking in the middle of the street, carrying a shovel. As the officer brought his vehicle to a stop, Mr. Martinez looked in the direction of the police car, raised the shovel above his head, and aggressively charged toward the officer and patrol vehicle. The officer exited his patrol car, at which time Mr. Martinez forcibly, wildly, and repeatedly struck the police vehicle with the shovel. Mr. Martinez then turned his attention toward the officer. He raised the shovel over his head and advanced toward the officer in an aggressive and threatening manner. At that time, an officer-involved shooting occurred. The following footage, taken from the involved officer's in-car video system, depicts Mr. Martinez's actions upon the officer's arrival.
No shit. Sit down. Sit down. Shot. Come here. Hey.
Got a 998. The subject right now. I'm at a farmhouse and Holly.
Copy, Falmouth and Holly unit 10-3 for 998.
The following is body-worn camera footage from the involved officer.
Got a 998. The subject right now. I'm at a Falmouth and Holly.
The following is the same footage at a reduced speed. One officer discharged his weapon in connection with this incident. Immediately after the officer-involved shooting, an Anaheim Fire and Rescue paramedic team was requested to respond to the scene. Officers rendered medical aid to Mr. Martinez, including providing chest compressions and the application of chest seals. An Anaheim Fire and Rescue paramedic team arrived and assumed care. Mr. Martinez was transported to a local hospital where he passed away. This is an evidentiary photograph of the shovel Mr. Martinez possessed at the time of this incident.
In the city of Anaheim, when a critical incident such as an officer-involved shooting occurs, several investigations are then initiated. The Orange County District Attorney's Office conducts an investigation to determine whether the involved officer's actions are within the law. The Anaheim Police Department's homicide detail investigates criminal conduct of any potential suspects prior to or during the incident. Finally, our internal affairs and major incident review teams examine any areas where improvements can be made and determines whether or not the actions of the involved officers were within policy and consistent with our training. If you would like more information on the Anaheim Police Department's use of force policy, please visit our website. Thank you for taking the time to view this critical incident community briefing.